On May the 10th, Sierra Leone launched a pioneering energy revolution to kickstart decentralized solar markets and bring modern energy to all by 2025. In support of this ambition, the Sierra Leone government jointly signed an Energy Africa Compact with the UK's Department for International Development and has taken an array of actions to accelerate access for the 6 million people in the country currently living without power. As the progress report on the first 100 days of the energy revolution is released, we are honoured to be joined by Henry Macauley, Sierra Leone's Minister of Energy, who has been a driving force behind the initiative. Thank you so much for joining us, Minister. So can you tell us a bit more about the energy revolution and why it is so critical in Sierra Leone?
Well, Susie, thank you very much for interviewing me. Now, Sierra Leone, we have a very low energy access rate. We looking at about 15% energy access and even lower percentage in the rural areas. Of course, being able to connect everybody by the grid is desirable, but it's very expensive and time-consuming. And yet still people need electricity today, now. So we're happy to note that technology today provides us that opportunity using off-grid solutions and solar equipment, such as the home solar units. So this is the main drive to ensure that people far from the grid, they can have electricity there. They can be able to have their kids study late at night, do their homework, have women prepare their businesses, charge their mobile phones, and so on and so forth. All of the economic activity and improved life that electricity brings. So that's why it's so important to us that we can be able to do much more, much quicker, much faster, and reach many more people.
Absolutely, a very important initiative. And you've just released a progress report on the first 100 days of the revolution, which shows some significant policy steps that have already been taken, such as the elimination of taxes and tariffs on quality solar and a green lane fast track at customs, which is helping to speed up the importation of high quality products. So what are you beginning to see as a result of some of those policy steps that you've taken?
Well, definitely it supports businesses being able to go through formalities. That for a business person, time is money. So if you have to take 30 days, which was about the average time being taken by importers of these products and equipment, if you have to take that longer time to clear your goods and get them to your shops or get them to your clients, it impacts on your profit line. So we're observing that with these policies in place and the collaboration from all of the relevant MDAs supporting the energy revolution, business people are able to reduce their cost of doing business. And therefore, that lower cost of doing business is passed on to the customer by way of lower pricing, which is very important for us because this is for the mostly rural areas. And we know that affordability is always an issue.
Absolutely. Being able to make sure that people are able to afford the energy solutions is, of course, critical. And working with Power for All as well as many other organisations, the Sierra Leone Energy Revolution is taking a very collaborative approach to energy access, engaging stakeholders from local chiefs to the investor community, civil society to cross-government actors. How important is the multi-stakeholder approach to the energy revolution?
I think that in being able to successfully roll out such an initiative and ensure that it has a desired impact, I believe that the collaborative work is most critical because you basically need to fill in all the gaps, and just one unit alone or government alone cannot be able to fulfill all of the immediate action requirements that are necessary. So we do appreciate the support, because what it means is that where government has constraints, maybe in the areas of capacity or the ability to move quickly, then you can have organizations such as Power for All filling those gaps and push the initiative to a higher level. And I think that we've observed that we've been able to work very closely together, Power for All, SOBA, and the Renewable Energy Association of Sierra Leone, because we have one common goal. But I think to put all of this together, of course, is the fact that we started this journey with the full support and participation of all of our 149 chiefs who represent the entirety of the rural community. So we have a stakeholdership and a buy-in immediately. And this is significant for us because that, for me, was one of the pillars we used to defeat Ebola. intense community engagement in a complete way. So it is a strategy that we know has worked before, and it's a strategy that we are now happy to deploy again. And we believe that it's the only way we'll be able to achieve the success that we need to achieve.
Absolutely, it was incredible to see all 149 of the local chiefs at the Energy Revolution launch lending their support. And lastly, just to reach these goals, what does Sierra Leone hope to see from the international community in terms of support?
I think one of the binding constraints we've been observing has been the access to finance, because it is not a new concept, but a relatively new concept. And of course, you need to do some creative thinking. But we do have examples. We don't need to reinvent the wheel. A lot of what we're trying to do now has been happening elsewhere, especially in East Africa, where you still need access to finance. And you need to have a platform that business people can jump off from. Because if you want them to do all of the early investment, the heavy lifting, sometimes not all of them have the financial models that support that. So international community, I believe they have the capacity and the wherewithal to create such platforms, provide some seed capitals, provide some creative solutions to ensure that the products hit the market. I mean, one such creative solution is maybe doing a warehouse financing arrangement where the goods are still secured and they're still the property of the financier, but the goods have already arrived at the local market level, where now the smaller players can prepay and actually collect portions of the goods and be able to get it to their customers. That way you have a quick solution and it's still a safe solution for the investor. So these are some of the creative areas in which the international community can support. Clearly, access to finance is stifling progress at this stage. And I think they can quickly look into it so that we don't collapse the initiative.
Absolutely important to make sure that all of those catalytic steps are taken and continue. Well, thank you so much for talking with us this morning, Minister. Really absolutely fabulous to hear your insights on the energy revolution, and best of luck with the next steps as you move forward with it.
Thank you, Susan. Thank you.